Yes, so guys, today we are going to be looking at the Dust 2 must-know smokes and flashes. I'm also going to include a couple of Molotovs. But yeah, these are pretty much just the must-know things that if you want to play competitively, you really should know. And most people don't know them, to be honest. So if you're one of those people, or if your friends are one of those people, don't worry. This video is here to help with that. And if your friends need to learn them, send this video to them. And then, yeah, you guys will be doing a lot better in competitive matchmaking. Let's get into the video. I have my config all loaded up. If you guys would like to see a quick video on how to set up a practice config, let me know in the comments. So the first smoke I'm going to show you is a corner smoke. So pretty much as you're running out of spawn here, if you toggle your crosshair so that you can see these lines, you basically want to line up with the top of this castle and the middle of the door. And you just want to kind of hold it there. As you run, you kind of want to like track it. As you kind of hit this shadow, you kind of want to jump and throw. So I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, you just want to line this up. And as I said, keep running. And what will happen is, as you can see, it bounces off of here. It will then drop down here and smoke off the corner. If you want to do some smokes from T-spawn, what I'd say is you want to line yourself up with here. Then line your crosshair up with kind of like the bottom left-hand corner of this patch. Then all you need to do is jump throw, and that will smoke off long corner as well. I'll show you guys a couple of others real quick. There's also this one where you get in the corner here. Line up with the fourth little, like, I don't know, indent thing. I would normally switch to this crosshair, and then if you can kind of see, like, here, I'll line it up so you guys know. So if you now look at where the left-hand side of my crosshair is kind of lining up with, it's kind of the bottom of this little rectangle. I might zoom in so you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, again then, guys, all you need to do is throw, and yeah, this will throw and smoke off corner again. If you're in here by doors, you just have to get into this corner, then look at this box. Kind of aim just a bit below this kind of dot. If you use this corner as a reference, you kind of just got to go in a bit and then hold and then jump through, and the smoke will bounce off, fall down there, and it will smoke off anyone who's trying to hold you from here. So they are all of the corner smokes that I know. Now, guys, we move on to a much more simple thing, which is just flashing yourself out long. Let's say you're the first person out and you've done that smoke. You then run here, and then it's pretty simple, guys. You just throw the flash against it, let it pop. When you come around, you turn around, let it pop. The smoke will be here. The person will be crossing. It'll probably get that guy crossing. He'll have to turn away. You'll be able to peek him, and yeah, you should be able to get the kill. If you aren't solo queuing, guys, you could actually ask teammates to kind of set you up with some flashes. So what you want to do is look for this brick. I kind of aim halfway, and then my crosshair's kind of in line with this kind of crack above it. It's about there, and then all you need to do is jump throw, and what will happen is this will flash out long, and as you can see, it pops here, so it literally will get pretty much everyone. Another alternative, guys, is in the same spot. If you just look at the middle top of this door and do another jump throw, what happens is this flash will pop, and it's not going to flash any teammates. However, just like last time, it will flash people who are sat in pit holding if they've crossed quickly, and anyone who's kind of swinging that smoke, they'll have to look away. And as I say, if you've also pop flashed out, you should be able to get the kills pretty easily. So here is another pop flash. So let's say you have a teammate over here and they want to push out, and you know, we don't know if enemies have kind of pushed up. One might be hiding in this corner, one might just be hiding anywhere over like kind of this side. What you can do is you can line yourself up with the car here, crouch just against the corner of the car, and then what I like to do is crouch and walk backwards until you're like kind of in line with this. Then what you want to do is make the gap kind of be in the middle, and then aim right at the top of it whilst you're crouching. You should just left click throw, and what will happen is this flash will pop. As you can see here, guys, if someone's holding close here, this pops right in front of them, so they'd have to quickly turn around. It also does hit people who are unless they're like holding like some really weird like far back angle, I don't know, it should flash them. And then same with anyone holding kind of long here. The next smokes you need to know are the long cross smokes. So you want to smoke off here. So I'm going to show you both of these real quick, just show you them back to back, because they're both the same lineup, guys. You need to line up with this part, and then if you look at this pillar, like it's kind of like the middle of this pillar, so it's about here. All you need to do is walk forward and jump throw. It will land like just next to, yeah, top left of that tooth. Then the other one is here, and then same space, and then this time though you just walk forward and jump through. So whilst you're holding shift, and then that completely, like, just there's no way anyone can see. Okay, this is now faded, great. But yeah, that completely blocks off this. You guys get the picture. You need two people to do it. So, yeah, that will completely smoke off the cross, though. I'm going to show a little bonus molly now. So, let's say you've just done this smoke from here. You then get up on the barrel, get yourself into this corner, and then if you have a look, if you can see where this, like, door handle is, you want to aim at this bottom part. You want to aim on the kind of right-hand side of it. Hold down mouse 1, and then jump throw, and what will happen is then you will molly off car, and if anyone's stood in this corner just trying to, like, hold you guys, wait for you guys to push up, they'll have to move. So, yeah, I should molly this guy who normally sits corner holding here. Also, if you're playing at a lower rank and you don't necessarily have anyone helping you out with smokes, you can kind of just self-smoke here by kind of aiming at the bottom of the door, and as you run along, just kind of smoke them there. It will bounce. It will have gaps, but it's better than no smoke. All you then have to do is kind of have to, like, jump over this. You still could get killed, but, I mean, hey, I know it's like at the lower ranks, sometimes people just don't even buy smokes or anything, so this could really, really help. Oh, yeah, also, guys, if you're in pit and you want to do this smoke, all you have to do is get into this corner, crouch, and then look at this kind of, like, hospital sign, aim at the bottom middle of it, and then just do a jump throw. And as you will see, guys, this will land perfectly. So you can do this one and then get one of your teammates to do this side, and then you'll be able to push on very, very easily. If you also want to smoke CT from A doors, all you have to do is kind of line yourself up in the middle of these bricks, crouch, aim your crosshair in the top right of this corner, stand back up, throw your smoke, as you can see here, guys. Smoke off CT. Perfectly. If I was a CT player now, I'm kind of screwed. So I'm now going to show you some mid smokes. So from spawn, if you go back into this corner, again, I have this toggle crosshair. I definitely recommend you guys do it, but you basically just want to line it up with this line and then the top of here. Hold down your throw and then jump throw, and this will smoke off Xbox perfectly. As you can see, it lands here, and then anyone could kind of push short if they wanted to. There is also another option where you get into this corner, and what you need to do is kind of look at this line here, guys. Go along here, and where this kind of dot is, use that as like a halfway point. So you got to line it up in between here. So as you guys can see, I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Jump through this, and what will happen is the smoke will bounce, and it will land right on the corner and smoke off Xbox. So yeah, from lower tons, there is actually another way to smoke Xbox. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like when you're kind of in line with here, aim a bit higher, and you can literally just throw the smoke, and it'll smoke Xbox. That's just a quick way to do it if you're lower tons and none of your team know how to do it and they want to push like A short or something. Yeah, so another smoke, guys, is let's say your team want to push A from short. What you can do is you can get into this corner. Let's say if you've pushed lower tons, and as you can see this hinge here, you look at this, what you need to do is just kind of aim at the bottom corner of this, line it up with the middle here, get your smoke out, and all you need to do is right click throw, and it will land on this hinge. Now, the problem is, guys, is obviously if you're a CT here, so it does completely block off. It's a brilliant smoke, guys, but people can get spammed through here. So what you want to do is as soon as you throw it, you literally just want to throw it, get your knife out, jump back, and kind of strafe back around the corner, guys, just so that you don't get like spam through here. I mean, you still might. If you literally just throw it and do it straight away, like, people aren't going to be able to hit you. So, like, yeah, just basically, after you've thrown it, get out of there. I may as well show you this quick molly as well. So, if you kind of are lined up with here, all you need to do is just aim a tiny bit above here. Throw, and it will drop here and get anyone kind of hiding in this corner. Right, guys, and then obviously we have the mid to B smoke. So, all you need to do is kind of, like, get in this corner. It's very simple. You guys should know it. Just throw, and it will bounce here. And as you can see, it will smoke on CT. The problem with this smoke, guys, is that just because you smoke here doesn't mean you couldn't have like a CT kind of holding here who can kind of see over the smoke. So yeah, we've got to get in the corner again, guys. Then what you want to do is crouch down, look for this line, the dot to the right of this line, kind of just aim to the right of it, and then you stay crouched and just jump throw. And as you guys see, this will bounce up here and smoke that. Mixed with this smoke, it's perfect, guys. It literally is. Like, there's no way anyone is seeing you crossing. There's also this smoke where you line yourself up with the middle of these like gates or whatever you want to call them. Aim like just above here, like kind of in the middle, and then just throw. This will then bounce up here and kind of let you come out of there should be a tiny little gap. You need to see if anyone's playing car. It will let you just kind of play around the smoke and kind of get onto a bit more easily. Whenever you're pushing short, you'll always pretty much have this wall smoke. What you want to do as well, you have a Molotov, as long as you're not too, like, you need to kind of be in the right spot. But if you can see this, all you got to do is throw here, and it means that someone can't like hold you from there. So that'll just take a bit of practice to like learn like the lineup for, but it's pretty easy. Yeah, so guys, another smoke which will really help your team out. So look at this kind of like chunk here. What I do is I aim like kind of like halfway around it. You then don't move your mouse, you move back up the stairs here. There's this spot, and then there's like a third one to the right of it. So what you do is you stand behind this box and then throw. And what will happen is this will land here, and it means that when it's paired with this smoke, So I've just re-smoked them now. But when paired with these two smokes are super important, guys, because as you're pushing out, it gives you complete cover from anyone kind of holding from long. So you can kind of just focus on what's going on here. If this has been mollied off, then sweet. But remember, guys, layer this with flashes as well, and you should be able to take A pretty easily. Oh yeah, also, guys, if you want to smoke CT, you just get into this corner. As you can see, there's like the top right corner here. Get your smoke out, throw it, and yeah, that'll smoke off CT. It's super, super simple, very easy to learn, and very effective. Now moving over to the B essential smokes. The first one I would say is going to be the door over here. So what you want to do is kind of line yourself up with here. And then I normally just walk left and kind of line your crosshair up with make sure that you're far up against it, and then line your crosshair up with this kind of like white dot. Then can you see this smudge on the wall? Aim to like the top part of it, jump through, and then as you guys will see, it will bounce off the skybox, fall down here, and then smoke off the doors. So if any CTs push out, you're going to see them first. Like, it's going to be super easy for you guys to get the kills on them. So yeah, also when it comes to flashes, see this kind of like hole and this kind of edge of the box, what I do is line myself up against the wall so that I can kind of see both of these. Then if you look at this kind of square up here, get your flash out, aim right in the middle, and then what you're going to do is run forward and then let go. It'll pop here, and yeah, anyone holding like will get flashed. Yeah, so guys, if you're on this white dot to do this smoke for doors, if you get a flash out and then look in this top right hand corner, guys, this needs to be perfect, so you will need to practice this. But what you want to do is kind of aim with the top of this and the corner of this, so about here, and then jump through, and as you see, the flash will go over here. You can even do two if you have two flashes. But do be careful, guys, because if you aim it a bit too low or a bit too high, it will muck up and you'll flash your own team and stuff. For any of the other flashes, it's pretty much just like you're aiming for around here and people are just flashing here. So yeah, that'll flash anyone kind of holding from up here, anyone kind of back side, anyone like back here, like so. Yeah, that's pretty much everything on T side that you need to know. Yeah, so guys, now we're on the CT side. I'm going to just get straight into it. So if you guys wanted to push to B, what you would do is you'd get a smoke. You'd be looking at this box. You then kind of like just run, bounce up here. And then now when you cross, you'll be safe from anyone who's playing mid. Right, guys, the next smoke that I have is for if you guys want to get to lower tons, but you don't have to spawn for it, and you just want to kind of cover yourself from suicide or from top mid. So what you want to do is get up against this corner, the corner of this wall. You can see kind of like this pillar. What you want to do is kind of aim in this top corner and then look around. I'd say it's around here. If you want to aim it up perfectly, you can kind of do that. But yeah, get the smoke out, and then all you need to do is walk backwards and throw. And what will happen is this smoke will kind of like bounce around a bit, and it will land here, meaning that you can then push out, and no one's going to see you from top mid, and no one's going to see you from suicide. So you can just get into lower tons really, really easily. Here's a smoke for long doors, which I've always known. So let's say you're going to boost someone, you could quickly boost them and then do this long door smoke. You basically want to line it up with this kind of top of these bricks and just move slightly to the right and just do a left click throw. It's super easy to line up. It bounces over here really, really nicely, bounces on here, so that if anyone that's attacking, like I mean, there's a slight gap here, and if you go here, there's a slight gap. But remember, guys, this is for like if someone's holding from here, then yeah, it does it really well. But there is actually another one. But yeah, all you have to do is come to the back wheel, kind of line up like that, then toggle on your crosshair, and the bottom of here with like kind of the edge of here, yeah, just throw. So yeah, what will happen is this is kind of a deep smoke, but yeah, it means that as soon as they push out, you will be able to see them. And boom, yeah, you can just shoot them. Another thing that happens quite a lot, teams will actually get long control, and a lot of players are kind of just panicking, like, oh my god, where do I look, where do I look, where do I look? But all you need to do, guys, is if you have a smoke on you, you can get in this corner completely safe, just throw a smoke there, and it'll land here, okay? That means then no one from, unless they push up all the way here, no one can get you. So you can kind of just play here. Like, yeah, they could spam you through here, so be careful, but you can kind of just have a bit of cover. You could also just literally drop it here if you want. It does the same thing. But yeah, that's just a way to kind of cover yourself from long. As we're here, I may as well show you a short smoke as well. So again, just from this corner, all you need to do is get in this corner, look for the top right. Don't aim too far to the right. If anything, aim to the left a tiny bit just to make sure it bounces properly. And then, yeah, all you need to do is kind of throw. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it'll land, bounce there, and boom. Perfectly smoked off. So another thing I see people doing wrong is the B-ton smoke. So normally they'll run, just kind of throw it like this, which I mean, it's not bad. It's better than not smoking it, but you can just very easily come out of spawn, line yourself up with this quickly, turn around, move your mouse so it's aiming at the top of this, and then jump through. What will happen is this will then bounce. Yeah, just perfectly smoke off upper tons if they're trying to push B. You can kind of practice just getting here and just getting into the spot as quickly as possible, and then just lining it up and throwing it. It is much quicker than running all the way up here and then throwing it. There is another time, though, that you might be trying to smoke off tons. Like, let's say that this was smoked off and you were doing a retake. What you can do is you can kind of, like, if this is smoked off, you can come over here, line yourself up with that, then look at this circle here. All you have to do is literally just look straight at it, throw a smoke, and boom. That literally is a perfect lineup every single time. So now, if there was someone waiting kind of in here, they have to push out the smoke. It's just a bit more risky for them. So yeah, guys, they are the must-know smokes, flashes, and a couple of mollies for Dust 2, in my opinion. If you guys think I left any important ones out, please let me know in the comments. Also, guys, I'm going to be doing this every single week, so what map should I do next? Please let me know in the comments. And if this video did help, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're not, and yeah, I'll see you next time.